one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry here for Todd Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 14 carries, 66 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
12 yards there and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
That's what I'm talking about. Tackled back at the 30.
And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Remember we were kids and they all said, hey, whatever you want to do, make your kid a left-handed pitcher, make them play baseball, they'll play forever. Forget that. I want a quarterback. All right, that's what I want to raise. In this era where you throw it around like crazy, you put up numbers like he did in his last game.
Last week, almost 500 yards. Here's Robinson on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 3rd down, Robinson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A gain of
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. The quick slant caught. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll look to run with Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
No gain on the play.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Operating from the gun. Robinson. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll toss to Gurley left. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's Ryan. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hoffrichter in punt formation for the Falcons.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
16 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Brought down at the
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
To throw is Robinson. To throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st down.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
DeAndre Baker, their defensive.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again, Robinson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jeff Swaim, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try to get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 11 yards there, first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A throw over the middle, taken in. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
48-yard line.
On the toss, it's Gurley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The tackle made back at the 25.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Gould is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And this will be a touchback, no return from Isabella. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here,
he's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Falcons take over first and 10. at their own 24-yard line.
Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Early on 1st down with no blocking help there as he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Now Ryan on 1st down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
For Julio Jones.
Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Now Robinson throwing on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yards to go.
From the gun, Robinson. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight about set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Looking deep for Julio. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it.
Pass interference. Defense.
What are they thinking?
Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Ryan. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
27. Falcons.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Now a man open down the middle of the field and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Robinson now on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And down inside the 15 he goes. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Arizona.
From 13 yards out. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Number 21.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, Isabella. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he powers his way up past the 30. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. They'll go again here with Akers. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gould with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return, Isabella. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Isabella on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's tackled.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
And it's third down.
Robinson from the gun on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 40.
After the interception, here's Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Gurley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Just stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, third and 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Ryan. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Hassan Reddick coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Marlon Davidson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Here's Robinson throwing on third and long. And got his man complete. And finally he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line.
First down, Arizona.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. We're back now here on EA Sports.
Falcons.
It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Robinson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. From the gun, Robinson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
Matt Ryan, the sack. Fumble on the play.
And that ball popped free. We could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Flush to his right. And the pressure gets to him again. Marlon Davidson. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Turnover. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try to finish it ourselves.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Unbelievable.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. Touchdown, Falcons! Hayden Hurst, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. To throw is Robinson on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Intended for Chris.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Robinson. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Robinson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now Robinson going to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
He's brought down.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Gain of 7.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Robinson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Robinson now throwing on 4th down. And he's got it. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.
Result of the play.
Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
So out now come the Cardinals. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety and a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. A slant to Jones.
That's good. 4 up.
That one goes for 8 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Ryan, and he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And the Cardinals have got it, so that should just about put an end to this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And
there he goes left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. 40 42 yards.
Today's final score, Cardinals 48, Falcons 36.